Om Shanti. Today is the Sakar Murli of 3rd August 2021. Essence, Baba says, sweet children, in order to be loved and remembered by Bap Dada, become serviceable. When your intellects are full of knowledge, rain it on others. Question: due to which intoxication are the clouds that are full and ready to rain unable to rain? Answer: if there is unnecessary intoxication of body consciousness, the clouds that are full are blown away. Even if they do rain, instead of doing service, they do disservice. If there is no love for Baba or no yoga with him, then although they do have knowledge, it is as though they are empty. How could such empty clouds benefit many? Om Shanti. Only a few clouds now remain. When the rain decreases, the clouds disperse over the ocean. They become empty. In the same way, here too, you clouds become cold. Clouds are those who refresh themselves and then go and rain on others. If someone doesn't rain, he or she cannot be called a cloud. These are clouds of knowledge and those are clouds of water. The clouds of knowledge come when it is their season. They come and refresh themselves and then go and refresh others. Clouds too are number-wise. Some rain very heavily. It is the duty of clouds to rain and refresh the plants that have wilted. Those who have full knowledge don't hide away. They don't even need Baba's directions. They are clouds. They only come to fill themselves and then rain on others. Wherever you see that a land is very hard and barren, you should go and make it green. Maharati children know all the centers very well. They know which centers are still slack and in which centers some children have more storms. Maharati's serviceable children know this very well. Baba always says, give my love and remembrance to the serviceable children. The good clouds will go on service. Not everyone explains in the same way at exhibitions. The main thing is that the God of the Gita is the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and not corporeal Sri Krishna. A very good method of explaining is required. Throughout the day, you should think about how to go and awaken others. All are in extreme darkness. Continue to explain with love to everyone about the two fathers. One is a limited father and the other is the unlimited one. Only the unlimited Father is called the purifier. You children have now received intellects. Although people of the world have a lot of splendor, their intellects are like stone. The Father says, I even have to uplift those who call themselves sages, etc. They too don't know the Creator or creation. In the golden age, this knowledge will have disappeared. However, no one knows this. This knowledge is not in the scriptures. No one can receive salvation through them. There is so much regard for the Gita. However, that is the path of devotion. The Father is the purifier. He sits here and teaches you Raj Yoga. Therefore, a new world is definitely required for the kingdom. Only the Father comes and teaches you Raj Yoga. You know this now. He now once again explains to those whom he explained to in the previous cycle. Only then will they understand. It isn't that same war takes place all the time. That would last for 8 to 10 years and then stop. According to the drama, the bombs that have been made are not just for keeping. The golden age will not come without there being the death of impure human beings. You also have to explain how peace is established. It is the task of the Father alone to establish peace and make the world elevated. The Father says, break your intellect's yoga away from everyone else and connect it to the One. Break your connections with everything visible, including your own body. We now have to return home. Therefore, remember the home. You now understand that this is the land of death. We are listening to the story of immortality in order to go to the land of immortality. Deities are called human beings with divine virtues. There cannot be a single one like that here. They have written so much defamation about Sri Krishna. Nothing enters their intellects. You children now have to make effort very well and imbibe divine virtues. It has also been explained to you what are divine virtues. You must definitely become completely viceless. This is the main and foremost virtue. You see how impure ones everywhere bow down to those who are pure. In the golden age, everyone is pure, and so there are no temples there. They build temples when they become worshippers. Those who were pure then become impure. This is the last of many births. The Father says, forget this old world and these old bodies. This old world now has to end. It won't take time for it to be destroyed. This old world, wealth, prosperity, and treasures, etc., are all about to end. Only a few more days remain. No one in the world knows that this old world is to be destroyed. You tell everyone this, but they also have to have that faith. All of it can only sit in their intellects when they consider these to be the versions of God. The Father says to you, children, consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, your Father. You children know that the unlimited Father is teaching you Raj Yoga. He is the Father of all souls. All are brothers. In heaven, all brothers were happy, whereas in the Iron Age, all brothers are unhappy. All souls are now residents of hell. There wouldn't be just souls. They also have to have bodies. You children now have to become soul conscious, and it is this that requires effort. It is not like going to your auntie's home. This stage can only become firm when you first have the faith that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. Shiv Baba comes here to teach you through this body. We hear it through these bodies and imbibe it. We shed bodies and take others according to our sanskars. It is just like the example that Baba gives of those in the army. They take the sanskars of battling away with them, and so they are pulled there in their next birth. You now know the Father's sanskars. You know what sanskars the incorporeal, unlimited Father has. He is the seed of the human world tree. He is the purifier and the ocean of knowledge. Only He comes and purifies us. The Father says, constantly remember me alone, and your sins of many births will be absolved. Otherwise, there will have to be a lot of punishment, and no status will be received. You children now know that Baba is showing you a very easy path. He says, Man Mana Bhav. This expression is also in the Gita, but the meaning of it is not understood. The Father says, constantly remember me alone, renounce your body and all bodily religions. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember me, the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Remembrance is also called the fire of yoga. Yoga is a common word. It is also mentioned in the Gita, but because they have put Krishna's name, they have created extreme darkness. Now when you explain to them, they say it is just your imagination. They don't understand anything. They don't want to claim the inheritance. First of all, they have to understand that unlimited Father is the Father, Teacher and Satguru, and that He is teaching us. There has to be this firm faith. It is impossible for a new person to have this faith instantly. Some new ones are sensible, and so they are able to understand. Some don't even want to come here. They don't understand anything at all. It doesn't enter their intellects at all. There are so many BKs. Therefore, they must definitely have received their inheritance from the Father. This is a family. The name that is written is Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. So this is a family. The family of Prajapita Brahma is so large, and yet this doesn't sit in the intellects of anyone. When someone asks what your aim and objective is, tell him that it is written on the board outside, Prajapita Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. Therefore, this is a family. We receive the inheritance from our grandfather. Shiv Baba creates creation through the mouth of Prajapita Brahma. Therefore, he is the creator. He creates heaven, and so he would definitely give you children, the inheritance of heaven. So this is a family. There is the father, sons, daughters, and the grandfather. There is Brahma and also Shiva. He is the creator. He is incorporeal. So how does he give you children, your inheritance? He gives you your inheritance through Brahma. Explain this very clearly. Tell them this is your father's home. This is also called the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. We are Brahmins. No one apart from the Father can teach Raj Yoga. It says in the Gita, Man Mana Bhav, that is, constantly remember me alone. Therefore, we only remember that one Father. On the path of devotion, they sing, Baba, when you come, I will surrender myself and belong to you. I, the soul, will shed this body and return with you. When I belong to you, I will definitely return with you. When a girl gets married, she goes with her bridegroom. Shiva, the bridegroom, says, I will liberate you from this sorrow and take you to the land of happiness. Then each of you will rule the kingdom according to your own efforts. To the extent that you imbibe the wealth of knowledge, you will accordingly claim a high status. The young daughters are doing service. They have to explain to the great scholars and pandits. Therefore, there has to be great interest in wrestling. They issue challenges to wrestle with one another. Serviceable children should not sleep comfortably. It is a sin to rest. Those who consider themselves to be Maharathis should not sleep comfortably in happiness, constantly tour around for service. Nowadays, Baba is getting many exhibition sets made. Invite eminent people. If not now, they will come at some time later on. Continue to awaken sages, holy men, and great souls. However, the one who speaks to them should be a Maharathi. Those who don't have yoga with the Father and don't love him are like empty clouds. What would they be able to do? You understand that uneducated ones will bow down to those who are educated. Each one of you can understand for yourself to what extent you are educated. That will be shown by the service you do. If clouds are full and yet don't rain, what use are those clouds? Each one has his own understanding. If there is useless intoxication of body consciousness, your high status will be lost for all time. Baba has so much interest in doing service. Explain to the government and ask them for a hall where we can do the spiritual service to change humans into deities. The Father has come to teach you Raj Yoga. However, you must explain with tact. Those who don't know how to give lectures will not be able to explain. They will not be able to claim a high status. Those who do service will be able to claim a status. Write to eminent people and say there cannot be benefit for Bharat and this world without this knowledge. Education is the main thing. Lakshmi and Narayan also claimed their status through their education. They studied Raj Yoga in their previous birth. We are also now studying this here. Students in a school understand. They will take a particular exam and then become something. The knowledge you receive is not for this world. You are studying to create a reward for your future 21 births. Those people study to receive happiness in this birth. Study that worldly knowledge too, but at the same time take these teachings. There is no need to be afraid of anything in this. Why should you not take this spiritual knowledge? You should take the pictures and go and explain to others. Tell them knowledge is essential for everyone. However, some children are not yet that alert or active. They are trapped in their jobs and responsibilities. If someone is free from bondage, he or she becomes busy in doing service. Not everyone will follow Srimad. Maya causes a lot of confusion in between. Some children have a lot of interest, but they don't have the intoxication to go and benefit many others. Baba also wonders, since you have now become an adult, why do you choke? You can say that you have to uplift Bharat. We have to do true service and change human beings into deities. Baba is very amazed that some don't have this intoxication. This is why Baba says, you have Rajo intellects, you have a very good chance. There are even those who have a lot of ego about their knowledge, and they also continue to do a lot of disservice. The jaggery and the bag of jaggery know. These are the omens of the eclipse of Rahu. The omens of Jupiter are removed, and there are then the omens of the eclipse of Rahu. 1 minute they are moving along very well, and the next minute there are bad omens and they fall. You children have to be very courageous. You have to take the initiative and fulfill the responsibility. We will definitely make this Bharat into heaven. Your religion is to make residents of hell into residents of heaven and to make corrupt beings elevated. Baba makes you very intoxicated, but the intoxication rises in the children number wise. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. The essence for dharana, number 1, become free from bondage and do true service of Bharat. Do spiritual service and change human beings into deities. Don't have any ego about your knowledge. Maintain spiritual intoxication. Second, let your intellect have faith and first make your stage strong. Break away from whatever you see, including your body, and connect yourself to the one Father alone. Blessing, may you become free from wasteful thoughts and old sanskars by making the Father's sanskars your original sanskars. Any wasteful thoughts or old sanskars are related to body consciousness. Sanskars of soul consciousness would be like the Father's. Just as the Father is always the world benefactor, the one who uplifts all, merciful and the bestower of blessings, so let your sanskars become natural in the same way. To create sanskars means to act according to your thoughts, words and deeds. The sanskars of your life are the key with which everything works automatically. There is then no need to work hard. Slogan: real effort makers are those who remain stable in their soul conscious stage and make their chariots, bodies carry out the work. Om Shanti.